Hi, this is Ken McCarthy, and we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the System Seminar. And that is the seminar where you would have first learned about squeeze pages, sequential autoresponders, A/B split testing, pay-per-click advertising, long-form ad copy on the internet. And that was only the first seminar. We went on to teach audio advertising, video advertising, even mobile advertising. And to celebrate, one of the things I'm doing is reading chapters from the System Club Letters book. The System Club is made up of graduates of the System Seminar. And since I no longer do the public seminar, anybody that is a serious internet marketer is welcome to apply to join. And these are letters that I wrote System Club members over the years, collected in this book called the System Club Letters book. So here we go. The care and maintenance of your most important asset. At the end of every week, I take the latest version of my customer list to the bank and put it in my safety deposit box. There's an obvious practical reason for this, and a psychological one too. The practical reason is that accidents can happen. Power surges, hard drive crashes, burglaries, fires, freak storms, all things that can result in the loss of your data. The psychological reason for this weekly ritual is that it's a constant and vivid reminder to me that my customer list is my business. And as a sidebar, everybody thinks they're in the business of doing fill in the blank. And yes, that's true. But your real business is being in the business of serving the people who give you money to, quote, fill in the blank. And one of the great innovations of J. Abraham, one of the great things that he taught was to educate people that if somebody's giving you money for A, they may be very happy to give you money for B and C and D and possibly 10 times as much money as you were getting for A. So keep your eye on the ball as the customers. Lists are living things. There's another important reason for my weekly deposit. It's a constant reminder to me that lists require ongoing care and attention. Every Friday on my way to the bank, I ask myself, what have I done to enrich my list members this week? Why this unusual question? Most people don't think that way. They think, what have I done to enrich myself this week? You'll make some money that way. You make a whole lot more money if you're thinking about how you're going to enrich the people on your list. So why this unusual question? Because if I'm enriching my list members on a regular basis, they will read what I have to say and be far more likely to act on the offers I put in front of them. This may seem like blazingly obvious common sense, and it is, but it is a surprisingly uncommon approach. And one of my favorite sayings is there is nothing so uncommon as common sense. In fact, you can tell somebody's an idiot when you tell them something and they go, you're not telling me anything I didn't already know. Because invariably you will find, well, that person may have an intellectual knowledge of the thing you're telling them. They're not acting on it and not profiting on it. I mean, you can almost bank on that one. Value, and more value. There are two things that are true when it comes to your lists. You always want to be adding new names to them. You always want to be bringing new value to the relationship. These two activities combined are what makes lists valuable and why they deserve the protection of a banker's vault. Getting more names is pretty obvious, but making your names more valuable may not be. Here's the secret. If you think of the people on your list as people and not as an undifferentiated mass you can hurl any old junk at, you will naturally do the right thing with your lists. For example, you'll constantly be on the lookout for useful and interesting information to send them on a regular basis. When you evaluate potential offers, your first and last consideration will be the quality and value of the product or service you're recommending. In short, you'll put the interest of your list members above your own short-term interests. Doing these things automatically leads to higher response rates and increases the lifetime value of your customers. It's real wealth building, not hit and run marketing. And just as a sidebar, if you've never heard the phrase lifetime value of a customer, look it up. It's really important. It's actually the game that we're in. But I'm not going to go off on that. I'm going to keep reading. What happens when a list is well cared for? A month ago, I came across a truly first-rate search engine marketing course produced by two guys who, I'm going to put a sidebar here, at the time truly walked their talk. I sent out several mailings letting the people on my list know about what they were doing. The publisher contacted me a few weeks later and told me in exciting tones that the conversion rate of the people I sent to their site was, quote, exponentially higher than all the other internet marketing experts they had ever dealt with, quote, in a class by itself, as he put it. As it turned out, I had not only a better conversion rate, but I also made more in absolute terms than all their other JV partners combined. In summary, to repurpose a phrase from John F. Kennedy, if you really want to maximize the long-term value of your business, ask not what your list can do for you, but what you can do for your list. With the vision and good sense to think and act this way, you'll be building yourself a solid, lucrative business that will last and produce wealth for a long time to come. Now, I wrote that in 2005. It's 2022, and by gosh, it turned out to be true. I still make money from these lists, and you too can do it. And I've given you the formula. See you next time.